go. Let's talk a little shop. Let's talk about your candy machine. So we are going to talk about the base. So we have went ahead and we've cut pieces 4 inches by 4 inches and then cut two 45-degree angles on them. And eventually we're going to put them together, making those 45-degree angles 90s and making this base like this. Now, I like how that works and I like how that looks, except for the fact that when we put this slide in here, the slide has to go back and forth in its channel. And so the first thing is just observe your pieces. If we can stay away from anything that's gonna disrupt where we're gonna put that area in there, we'll cut that area in there, we'll avoid that. Looks like we're in pretty good shape, it doesn't matter. These are both pretty clean, we'll just use those. So here's what we're gonna do. We have to create that channel. Now, we're gonna do this a couple different ways. So the first and the easiest way is we're gonna go right on this edge right here. So we're gonna put a line just inside where the cut edge is. Then we're gonna put one just inside this cut edge over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, like that. Now, we have to make sure that this is at least this wide because this slide has to go inside there and we don't want it to touch the top. And so there's an easy way of doing this. We've already done something like this before. All of this material is 3/4 of an inch thick. So by the time we cut this and the width of the blade and cut out of there and sand it, we should have enough room for that slide to go in and out of there. We don't want a lot of play anyway. We don't want the slide to dip back and forth. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this piece, I'm gonna turn it down like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put another piece right up next to it. And I'm gonna take that sharp pencil again, and I'm gonna run this right across here just like that. All right, so this is the area we're gonna cut out. This is the part that we're gonna remove using the bandsaw. So watch how I did that again. I made 2 lines right down the edge of the inside of the cut. All right, and then I flipped it up so it's down, took a piece of wood that I'm using right up next to it, 3/4 of an inch thick, put a line right across it just like that. All right, and that's going to give us that notch that we're gonna need for this slide to go in there and move back and forth, all right? Now, I'm gonna actually show you this first, but I'm actually gonna talk about it as well. So we have to cut this little slide out of here, or this little slot out of here. Now, that's not an easy task with a bandsaw because we have a lot of squared off corners. So we're gonna use the term relief cut, which we've used before and talked about a little bit before. And we even did this when we cut out our spaghetti spoon, if you did that. So when we cut this, here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if I have a pen or something we can write with that will change the color of it. I don't know if you can see it or not. But we're gonna go, first cut's gonna go straight in and straight out. And the second one, straight in to our line and straight out. So that's the easy part. Now we have to figure out how we're gonna go about getting around the rest of this, right? I looked a little crooked. So we're going to go ahead and we're gonna kind of create kind of a diagonal cut. So we're actually gonna start the bandsaw in the corner here, and I'm gonna come down here, not going very curvy, and I'm gonna take that and cut that all the way down and try to get a flat spot down here somewhere. And it might be more like this. It may end up being more of a gradual cut like that. But I need to try to get a flat spot over here. So this piece will then chip out. That'll be gone, all right? And then I can go ahead and turn the bandsaw blade around and then go right back across here. So I make one relief cut coming in from the top up here. If I can go to the corner, that works the best. Coming down here, trying to get a flat spot here so I can put the bandsaw blade right there. Flipping it around and then going right straight across the bottom, right there. And then this will chip out as well, and that will make my cut. So I'll show you that on the bandsaw and actually physically show you the cut. But that's how we're gonna do that. We're gonna make that relief cut just like that. So that's what we'll do probably on this week to try to get those 2 things out. So again, same thing here. I'm gonna take my piece, come up here from the corner, come down, try to make a cut here and cut this out. and then turn around and then cut this little piece out here. And like I said, it's probably gonna be more like this as I make it. All right, so I'll show you that next as I cut the video and move you around. Today's video is brought to you by Adidas. If you want to elevate your game, choose Adidas. All right, here we go. We'll see how this works. I'm gonna kind of look over top of the camera here and hopefully it'll be okay. So first thing we're gonna do is set the bandsaw depth. So we wanna go just above the material we're cutting. So we're good to go there. We're not gonna hit anything. First cut we're gonna make is straight in and straight out. So we're gonna go ahead and do that first. So straight in. Straight out. All right, now we have that. Now we're gonna try to go to make this curved cut. So we're gonna come in here like this. Trying to make it down to the bottom, which is our flat spot, which is exactly where we wanted. Make sure you don't get your hands underneath there. This is our scrap piece that we cut out. We stayed right on that second line that we made. Now we're gonna turn around and come back this way, right? So we're gonna go here like this. Come right down across the bottom. Just like that, exactly what we wanted to do. It looks really good. We can even go in there and sand it. So watch it again. On your second piece, straight in and straight out. Straight in and straight out on this side. Okay, now we're gonna come down, probably like I said, one of these spots here. Start in the corner. Kind of make our way down to the bottom. There's our flat spot. Be careful, don't push your hands behind here. Straight back. Don't reach under and grab that piece. Push it out the back. Scrap it. We have our flat spot. We're gonna come in here. Again, never push behind. Now you can see when we put these together across from each other, right, our slide will fit right in there, which is what we want. All right, so pretty easy to do, but it does take a little bit of patience and a little bit of time, but I'm thinking you guys can handle that and we can turn this out and make it look pretty good. So we'll go in and sand those little pieces out and we'll look pretty decent. So that's it. Let's work on that today. Make sure you're careful with the bandsaw, just like any of the tools we've talked about. But I'm pretty happy with that. Good luck.